Senior Miss Leslie. Okay, I'm gonna show everybody how I'm cleaning off my food zone. That's what I'm gonna do. Hello, is it me or the people? Tina, no, okay. Oh, Tina was hanging out with me. She decided to not hang out with me. Okay. All right, well, it's just me and the camera. Hello, camera. Hello, camera. Okay, everybody, I'm showing you my wonderful find that I paid, it was only 50. Or maybe it was 50. I don't remember. I gotta find my receipt. I keep my receipts. Because you never know when you might need the receipts. You never know, right? You never know. Oh God, my back is really aching. I can only do so much in one day. I'm only one person. Oh, if there's any night guards on here who want to watch what anybody says, night guards. Hello, fans. Hello, fans. Wow, look at all that dirt coming over there. Yeah. This is an interesting scenario. It's interesting. It's an interesting scenario. Like everything else is an interesting scenario. So I'm going to scrub my interesting scenario here. Habitat for Humanity. I have to look them up because I'm sure that, like everything else, I'm sure that they, maybe, I can't say sure, but cabbage doesn't fall out of the sky. Cabbage comes from sources, and that cabbage that comes from sources, there's a lot of stuff that is not good, as we all know, and as we can all try to investigate. Right? Look at the dirt coming out. Look at that. Look at that. All right. Hello. Let's see. Anybody on here? Let's see. Okay. I'll be right back. Oh, the two people that I'm seeing right now, because they have to critique everything that I say. They're like, oh no, what is she gonna say now? She might say something and we're gonna have to block her. Yeah, like I said, Habitat for Humanity, great store, great place. But again, a lot of these places, as we all know, funding for these places comes from some very questionable sources. So that's what people need to keep in mind. Yeah, this thing is was in the garage for a couple of weeks, so now I gotta spray it up with patchouli. Any of my fellow hippies out here, patchouli keeps the bugs away. Patchouli. That's right. If I did a comedy show, would people show up? Would you show up if I did a comedy show? I do a one-woman show. I'll talk about. I worked for the transit police years ago, and there was I worked for two different occasions. One of the second trip when I came back, he was there the first trip. One of the bosses, when I said go out some lunch, he would go. It's to smoke a cigar, and he had he passed on. I read that. I saw that online, but he had a little extra hair that he wore. I would walk out. I would be assigned my meals, and he had to say, hey Pat, you want to have lunch? You want to have lunch? I used to laugh. Like, okay. I used to be like, wow, this is a very interesting event here. let's let me take notes. Yeah, that was funny. Hey, Pat, you want lunch? Hey, Pat. The stories I would tell people. I am very funny. I am actually very good. Oh my God. All the stories, all the stories. Yeah. So anyway, I did go to lunch. And what I said, this is what I said, because this married older man was trying to corral me into his corral. And I was like, oh yeah, I'll tell you what. I get an allowance, X amount per month. I get a deed in my name. I said that. You want to see somebody who's had freaking yeah. I don't think so, pal. Keep it moving. But I need an RDO. Can you help me? Oh, the stories. Oh, the stories. Again, ladies, remember the key takeaway. Never disagree with our husbands. They're always right. Okay, so yeah, that had happened. And yeah. See, I'm funny, I'm comical. I'll let you could do all the I'll just watch. I'll watch. Yeah, anyway, so that happened. And then yeah, what else? There were some interesting people that worked there. Interesting people. Um Now throughout my civilian career as uh police administrative aide first and then a police communication technician and throughout my time there, yeah, it was good. I mean, I'm a serious person. I'm like due diligence. I'm not like a slacker. There are a lot of people that would slack and they just like didn't give a crap. And meanwhile, these people that let's put it this way, they opened up that line, police communication technician, and X amount of civilians were hired, and they didn't know what to do. They did not know what to do. They were like, "Oh, what's on the left? Oh, what's on the right? What do we do here?" You know, I straightened them out because I had a meeting with them. I said, "This is what you need to do. Pay attention. I'm going to say it once." So my mother would go, "Pay attention. I'm going to tell you once and one time." Thank God I listened. Thank God that didn't interfere with the hearing. No. Um, yeah, they were just, they didn't know what to do. They didn't know what to do with the civilians. But throughout my work there, never had any problems with anybody. No problems with nobody. You know, anybody who got stupid, they were re-instructed ASAP, and that was it. That was it, and that's how it should be. And if you come across a situation where you got a crap bag who thinks they're cute, then you gotta make sure you handle that and handle it right away. But that's another story. That's a piece. That's a crap bag that is crapping, still crapping and getting paid crapping. Somebody that should have never been on the freaking job to begin with. But that's what the NYPD did. They hired X amount of people. Like they had their quota. And their quota male white, female white. Very few female blacks, very few female Asians. And what they were doing, I said this in another video, they do 3-in-1 rule, right? For the cops, for the NYPD. So they were bumping female Latinos, female Asians, female blacks, and they were bumping them, and they were using the psychological. That's what they were doing. So now I have there's people that listen. I'm no slouch. I've never been a slouch, and what I speak about is all true stuff. And there are plenty of women in my age category and older, minority women that were not hired by the NYPD as police officers because they had their quota. And they use any which way possible to disqualify us. That's what they did. That's exactly what they did. Yeah. But it's the kind of crap you deal with. Like now, what we see what's happening, right? With the protesters, you know, they're cracking down on those who are supporting ending what's happening, right? They're locking people up. But for the people who shouldn't be there, they're giving them a pass. They're giving them a nice little pat on you know what. Yep. Hmm. And that's what they've been doing with everything in society. When you think of it, this war is just a reflection of our global society and what goes on with imperialism. How the few can remain up on top and everybody else is a lower tier. And then people, we fight amongst one another because we're all trying to grasp for that carrot. We're all trying to go for that carrot that's dangling, you know? The carrot drops, the beneficial carrot drops for certain groups. That's what happens. People don't realize that. People don't realize that. And then that's why we have what I call people who believe the nonsense that's coming. There's nonsense that comes from both the left and the right, but the lack of cohesiveness, the lack of validity, the lack of consciousness, the lack of valid information. Those people, what I call, they're squirrel survivors. They eat squirrels, right? They have squirrel brains. Yep. Yep, yeah. I don't know. I don't speak your language, so whatever you're saying, it'll be checked. Everything's gonna be checked. Yeah, YouTube, you gotta get rid of the crap that you have on here, these spam bots, but then you're born paid for anyway. YouTube. You're all part of the same crap. That's why when people speak the truth, you block us. You block us and you ban us. Because those that you bow down to don't like to hear the truth. You're all part of the same crap. You're all part of the same curriculum. Different color. It's a left or it's a red or it's a blue. That's the truth. That's the truth. Yep. All right, so almost cleaned up here with this. So everybody, when I put this together, you'll see it's a very nice futon. It's a very page for furniture. Okay, I'm gonna sign off because I'm busy dealing with. Yeah, I don't know who's talking. You see, you're talking a lot of stuff. No, no Spanish. Not today. I don't speak Russian. I can understand the letters. I can see those letters. Okay, now I gotta go. Peace out. I'll be back. Bye.